Hey, are you subscribed to my new channel, Feminine Strategy and Lifestyle? Subscribe now for one-of-a-kind content on femininity, leveling up, and dating. The link is in the description box. So I want to quickly talk about rapper Blueface recently coming for Doja Cat on Instagram. And I was done with this topic, but after this happened, I had to come back on here and say that I told you so, because what he did and how you guys are responding to Doja Cat's apology only proves everything I said in my last video about this. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, rapper Blueface, he has been exposed as a colorist. He heavily fetishizes Mexican women, white Mexican women. This dude did a whole song about his love for Mexican women. The Mexican community's mad at him. You know, it's all kind of like Mexican guys on YouTube going off on him. So it's a whole big thing about that. But, you know, it's obvious that he really does not care for black women like that, yet he is mad at Doja for being anti-black or anti-black man. Let's be clear, okay? And it's like, you cannot make this stuff up. And this is why women like me are telling other black women to burn the cape and pick and choose your battles more wisely, because whether you see it or not, you are doing these colorist men's dirty work with this Doja Cat situation. You are helping to support their hypocrisy for the most part. And it really does make black women look stupid. Whether you intend to look that way or not, that is how it makes you look. And I'm not going to break down everything that happened with Doja Cat again. If you want to hear about it, go check out my video on that. It's the video before the last one. But she did come out, she apologized, and she also made a video response clarifying her statements about her song Didn't Do Nothing. She said it had nothing to do with Sandra Bland, and she said that someone made it up. And I still do believe my subscriber who said that a black man made it up to emotionally trigger black women. So, you know, we would go after Doja Cat. And Doja also clarified what she said about her hair, and she talked about her dating preferences as well. And she said she was a proud black woman, okay? And listen, it's very funny how now she's a black woman but didn't classify herself as one before. So I want you guys to be clear. I will never cape for this woman, especially since she's participated in the erasure of black women. I will never have my cape on for her. And listen, black women, the truth is that Doja Cat is not a black woman. She's mixed. So she doesn't have to like being a black woman. She's not a black woman. So I don't care if she doesn't have allegiance to black people. I really don't care if she doesn't like her hair either. That's her problem. She needs to deal with that, okay? And so I need you to be clear. Just because I think black women are doing black men's dirty work, canceling this girl, it doesn't mean I have a cape on for Doja Cat or I think she should be elevated in the black community. Y'all know what I stand for. I don't think she should be. Black women who decide to sit this one out, we don't agree with her either. We just see through what's going on. We see the BS. And us saying that you might want to sit this out, it isn't us trying to force you to support her or, you know, the so-called alt-right racist men that she was up on that panel with and all this other stuff you're accusing me and women like me of. Nobody is telling you to go kiss them in the mouth and excuse their racism. Nobody is saying that. So some of you guys really need to stop reaching, okay? But what I do find interesting is that everybody is sharing the clip where she talked about dating various races of men. That is the part that everybody is focusing on. Not really what she said about her hair, not, you know, her song that supposedly was about Sandra Bland. So that proves what I said in my last video about this mostly being about Doja's preferences for white men. And some of you got mad at that, but your actions prove me right. Blueface is not speaking on behalf of black women coming for Doja. He's speaking on behalf of himself as a black man. Okay. And that is the point some of us were trying to make. Black women, you are going after Doja on behalf of the whole community. Black men and Blueface are going after her on behalf of black men. That's two different fights. Two different reasons that we're going after this girl, and black women need to recognize that. And let's just be honest, some of y'all black women are probably under there co-signing Blueface on Instagram when he doesn't even care about y'all and never will. And, you know, the delusional black women will say, oh, that's Blueface. That's just one black man, not all black men, right? Because that's what y'all love to do. And that is true. It's not all black men. But the collective of them think like Blueface, and their actions and their lack of response when something is said about black women or done to black women proves it. They don't say anything to these mixed women when they come for us. So stop acting like Blueface doesn't reflect the collective of black men. Stop lying to yourself, black women. I know when it comes to the collective of black men, the reality is very painful, but the sooner you accept it, the better off you will be. And let me address something. Black women, y'all want to get mad that people like me or black women like me say that black women are really fighting for black men in this situation, and you feel that what I'm saying is insulting to black women because it implies that we are so dumb that we can't be mad at Doja Cat for reasons outside of her being anti-black male. And you say that it has nothing to do with black men, but it has everything to do with Doja Cat being anti-black. And you are offended because you are a black person and what she said is a diss to all black people. And listen, I do agree with that. And I'm not saying that there aren't a lot of black women who feel that way. There are black women who absolutely are mad at Doja for reasons that don't have anything to do with black men. And there are black women who keep that energy for colorists, men and women, mixed women, black women, whatever, especially some of us content creators on YouTube. There are women who keep the same energy across the board. So, if it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. Obviously, it does not apply to every black woman. But the reason why I and a minority of black women feel like this is mostly about Doja being anti-black male is because of our collective actions and double standards most of the time. Okay? Look at the clip that everybody is sharing. It's the clip where Doja is defending her right to date white men. Not about her disrespecting Sandra Bland or hating her hair type or her blackness. Because let's be real, a lot of black women feel that way about themselves. They don't like their type 4 hair. So it makes sense that that probably is not going to be at the heart of why you guys are canceling her. So it's not a stretch to say that the outrage is mostly about her preferences and interactions with white men. Because look at what you guys are sharing. Look at what you guys are talking the most about. And once again, black women haven't canceled Cardi B for calling black women roaches. Black women haven't canceled Nicki Minaj for saying, nappy headed hoes need a Perminator, and all these other rappers for what they say about black women. So why all of this smoke for Doja Cat? The only difference in this equation is white men. Period. Anytime a black male rapper does this, black women are outraged, but we are never this united. And I don't know why y'all are acting like women like me are reaching when we say that. We're never this united when it comes to canceling somebody when it's about a colorist black male. There's always black women in the comment sections and doing videos telling us to ignore these self-hating men or mixed women, or making a bunch of excuses for them and downplaying what they say or defending their right to have a preference. There's always a black woman somewhere defending this. There's always a black woman somewhere saying, oh, we don't own black men. They're not ours. They can do what they want. But suddenly that doesn't apply to women like Doja. She's mixed. She's not black. She doesn't owe us anything. Like, that applies more to her than it does black men who look like you. So it's like, I'm not hearing the same responses. I'm not seeing the same energy. And when me and other women like me say that, we're not reaching. There's always a black woman somewhere blaming other black women for the downfall of the black community and being easy on black men. Look how long it took y'all to cancel R. Kelly. And it was basically after white people took him down. Didn't the black woman bail him out of jail? So it's like, don't get mad when people think you're canceling Doja primarily because of her being anti-black male. You don't treat black men who have done way worse things when it comes to black women and girls with the same energy. And that's why it looks like it's about black men. So that's your fault that women like me are saying that. Women like me who see through this stuff are saying that. It's your fault. The next time a mixed woman does or says something equally as anti-black woman, let's drag her like we're doing Doja Cat. Hold both the men and the women equally accountable. That's all women like me are saying. And to those women who are saying, oh, just because black men ignore anti-blackness from mixed women, we should too. Yeah, you should in certain situations, because your outrage does more for black men than it does for you in this situation. So that's what we mean by you need to pick and choose your battles. Be more strategic about what you respond to and ask yourself, who benefits the most by your outrage? Is it colorist black men or is it you? Were you as black women more affected by what Doja Cat did, or were black men? Y'all keep acting like what she said affected both genders in the community equally, but it really didn't. It didn't. What exactly did black women accomplish going after these white men on Tiny Chat? How did that change your life? How did that help you? Alt-right racist people, they already know that black women don't mess with them like that. They already know that we don't condone what they say about black people. And they knew that before this whole Doja Cat situation. Check them the next time you specifically hear them say something about black women. And if you really want to get technical about it, it's black men's job to go check these men who were on that panel. That's not even our job as black women. And there were black men on that panel too. Yet nobody's bringing them up, which I forgot to mention in my last video about this. But yeah, there were black men on that panel too. Nobody said anything about them. Like, so it's like, when is it ever the black man's job to get up and fight like this, like black women are doing? When do we ever say, you know what, let me sit this one out and give this to black men? When are we ever going to say that? Like, are we just going to respond to every single thing? And I'm not saying you can never check anybody, but again, pick and choose your battles wisely. And also stop helping to put these mixed women like Doja Cat on a pedestal so she won't have the opportunity to get this far in the first place. What black women did here for the most part was black men's dirty work. When have you ever seen black men go this hard on a racist, mixed, or non-black woman? One of you in the comment section said they didn't do this to Yes Jules when she said all that racist mess talking about how we were jealous of her. In fact, black men were defending her. And the only difference between Yes Jules and Doja Cat is that she prefers black men. So yeah, this does look like it's about Doja Cat dating white men. And whether you think so or not, black women, you are helping black men attack one of their precious light skins because she doesn't want to date them. And let's be honest, we do protect the mixed women who date black men. We do. Y'all really don't have this kind of smoke for anti-black mixed women who date black men. You don't. You guys ignore anti-black woman stuff all the time, but I'm supposed to believe that you don't want to be like the black men who are anti-black, and so you just had to say something in this situation? You already do what they do. You already cherry pick and make excuses for them constantly. So what's the difference now? The next time this happens, sit it out and only outrage when black women specifically are being targeted. If you're offended when somebody says something racist about black people, but it mostly affects black men, you can quietly cancel that person. Quietly though, do it quietly, move in silence. You don't have to publicly drag these people for the culture. Let black men do it. And you know what? I got to give it to the collective of black men. I can't stand a lot of what they do, but they do know how to stay on code. White women know how to stay on code. Mixed women know how to stay on code. They only jump up when somebody specifically mentions them. And y'all say, well, why do we have to be like them? Two wrongs don't make a right. It benefits them when they're like that. How does it benefit us to cape for people who don't cape for us in return? It doesn't. So to the women who say, oh, we don't have to be like them. Well, how is not being like them helping you? It's not. It's doing nothing for you. So if you being fair and having morals is not benefiting you, why would you want to keep doing it? Yeah, you need to do something else. If a mixed woman who dates black men is saying something negative about black people or black women, and black men don't feel that knee-jerk reaction to come and say something, if they don't correct her because their mama's black, or because they have a black daughter, or because, oh, this is the community she's talking about and she's disrespecting, if they don't have enough concern to make those kind of connections to the black women that they love or women who look like them, then how exactly does it benefit you to do that for them? Black women, you see yourselves in them. They don't see themselves in you. And it's sad, but the sooner you realize that and accept it, the better off you'll be. You out here fighting these battles all by yourself. Your men ain't doing nothing. And it's a shame that a lot of you don't see how crazy that makes us look. So to those smart women, ladies, get on code and choose your battles wisely, because y'all embarrassing us. So that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, and I'll catch up with you in the next video.